So, Swati, I'm so excited that we're doing the Being in Your Element retreat next Thursday. That's coming up on February 13th. And the times and registration link, of course, we have below. But I just wanted to give people a little taste of what this is all about. Because we're obviously both very passionate about our passions. And we know that as a visionary, it's our energy and our passion that creates the greatest impact. The dilemma we all face is how do we sustain that, especially if we're interested and distracted by so many different projects, so many different things, so many different ideas. How do we sustain our life force?
Yeah, that's such a great question. One thing I've noticed, Jennifer, is that a lot of people feel burnout often in their lives. And I have found that there are possibly two reasons to why we experience burnout. One is that you may love what you're doing, but just there's just a lot to do. And so people can feel very overwhelmed with just a number of things on their to-do list. And the other reason why we may feel burnout is that the work that we are doing is not linked to our authentic expression. And so over time, we will start to, our life force starts to diminish. And because we are, when we are doing the things that we love, when we're doing what we are, when we're authentically expressed, we are expanding life force in our body. It is actually expanding and it regenerates us. But when we are not, then over time, that will absolutely lead to burnout. So when I'm working with people on this topic, this is one thing we explore. Where is the burnout coming from? Is it something that you love doing, but there's just a lot to do? Or is it something that is due to the fact that your work is not expressing you anymore? Maybe it needs to change. Maybe you need to do something different, but you have no idea what to do. People often may not have clarity on what to do next. So that's those are the two reasons. And the clues, there are some clues that you can like a detective, you can look at the clues in your own life, how your life force is being utilized by looking at your default mental state, your default emotional state, and the default actions that you're taking on a daily basis. Now, because we are going to be talking about the elements in this retreat and we see how the elements function in our own body, your default mental state is related to the air element, the mental realm. Your default emotional state is related to the water element, the emotional realm. And the default actions that we're taking on a daily basis, which expend energy outwards, that's related to fire, which is the action realm. And so if these elements are not balanced in our body, then they will absolutely result in distorted creations and they result in burnout. And eventually we feel dissatisfied with our life.
Oh, wow. Amazing. And amazing how the elements can support us in sustaining that energy, our life force, our passion, and then thereby have the greatest impact. So we're really coming from the best version of ourselves and not what's left of us. Right. And same
That's
thing,
true.
how that spills into the rest of our lives as well with our families and children and relationships and all of the different ways that we can lose track of the direction that we're going and we're way off track. So I'm super excited for this retreat. There's so much more that we're going to be offering there, including some movement and some creative exercises. You'll find all that with the information down below. So check that link and hear a lot more. Even what you just shared with us is so insightful today, Swati. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jennifer.